Fit Nation, what's good? Let's jump into this week's workouts. Monday, we are going to do front rack split squats, but with the front foot being elevated. So, this 4 week stretch that we're in, we're alternating between two lower body squatting or lunging movements. You did the 1.5 back squat last week. And this week, you'll do the front rack split squat. And so for as far as squatting and lunging is concerned, these are the two movements you're going to alternate over 4 weeks. So we're doing 4 sets of 6 for those. That means 6 on the left, 6 on the right. 4 sets. Well, let me say that again. 6 left, 6 right, times 4. Right? It's 8 sets total for those of you who are counting every leg as separate. Okay. That's going to be followed by an 8-minute tilt block of pull-ups and front squats with an escalating rep scheme. So for 8 minutes, we're going to do 2 pull-ups, 2 front squats, then 4 pull-ups, 4 front squats, 6 pull-ups, 6 front squats, all the way up until infinity. Tuesday, the strength portion is going to be the double Z press with dumbbells. And then it's going to be followed by a tilt block. It's a 12-minute AMRAP this time, so not as high intensity, still pretty difficult. Run 200 meters, box jumps, and dumbbell push presses. So that's mostly going to be a conditioning-based thing. None of these movements will get you to muscular fatigue. You just have to push through. Wednesday is more of a longer one. It's a sustained block this time, but it's a bit of a different style or stimulus. It's going to have heavy power cleans and a long workout. So it's not so much conditioning. It's not so much your VO2 max here, right? It's your stamina, is your ability to move heavy weight even when you're tired, which means your technique has to be perfect and you have to move very efficiently. So 5 power cleans heavy, 10 tempo push-ups, and a 400-meter run. And we'll do that for 20 minutes. It's going to be a grinder. All right, Thursday, our build block is going to be pull-ups. Actually, similar format to what we've done in the past. We're going to do an every 2 minute on the minute for 10 minutes. So about 5 sets each every 2 minutes. We're going to find our max strict pull-ups. Then we're going to go for 60% for 2 rounds and then 40% for 2 rounds. Word of advice on these. So we're looking for something when we do these pull-ups strict. We're looking for a scale that you can do between 5 to 12 times max, roughly there. Anything less than 5, and this whole setup doesn't work so well, because if you just get 3 reps on your max, 60% is what? 2 reps, 40% is 1 rep. It's not enough of a training volume for us to see something useful. So we'd like you to be at a point where you have 5 to 12 reps. If that's not a strict pull-up, it could be an assisted strict pull-up or using a bar on the rig. Okay, so whatever that scale is for you, make sure that you can do 5 to 12 reps max. Over 12, actually the same argument applies. There is no strong reason to keep building the same thing, the same strict movement or the same strict variant over 12 times. I mean, you might have a reason. You might be competing for something. You might have a race. It might be vanity. It's fine. But what we would advise actually is to try to find the next hard scale. If you can do 15 strict pull-ups, go ahead and choose maybe strict chest to bar pull-ups. That'll take you all the way back down to maybe 5 at most, maybe even 3. And if you can't do a strict chest to bar pull-up, good. Let's work on that. That means that last bit, the last inch or two of your range of motion is way weaker than the rest of it. Be strong in the full range of motion. Get yourself on an assisted barbell and then get your chest to the bar and then build up from there. After the pull-ups, we're going to do a sustained block, a little bit longer. It's Tabata style. Tabata is 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And it's 8 rounds. So we're doing 8 rounds of rowing calories, then 8 rounds of kettlebell swings, then 8 rounds of rowing calories again, then 8 rounds of jumping lunges. You're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Friday, deadlifts, 1.5 deadlifts. Just like we did 1.5 back squats, we're doing 1.5 deadlifts. So you'll do a deadlift, you'll bring it back down to the ground, you'll pull it back up to your knees, that's the half, you bring it back down to the ground. So 1.5. That'll be followed by our flow block for the week. Turkish get up, pull off presses, staggered kettlebell deadlifts, and a Spider-Man stretch. And then finally, our sustain block for Saturday, which is going to be much longer. It's 5 AMRAPs, each 5 minutes long. Okay. Now there's no rest in between the AMRAPs, so this is a 25-minute thing. But the way it works is this: within every 5 minutes, you're going to have to run 400 meters and then complete a certain number of reps of a movement in the remaining time. The way this is designed is that you do the run, you do, let's say, 25 burpees, and then you have time to rest for the remainder of the 5 minutes. If you find yourself using up the whole 5 minutes, then we want to look at scaling things by either cutting the run down to 300 meters or maybe shaving off 10% of the reps on the movement, or both. Your goal is to be done within 4 minutes in every 5-minute time block, right? So you have some rest. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week. It's going to be awesome. We'll see you in the gym.